Hi, I'm Chris McCoy,
And I'm Abigail Morici.
and we're back once again for the Memphis Flyer podcast. This week, we are talking about love. There's so much love in this room right now.
I guess so.
Well, okay, maybe not that much, but we're talking about it. Really more of a collegial feeling, I guess,
Yeah.
But,
HR appropriate.
yeah, HR appropriate love. We're talking agape here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not amore.
Mm-hmm.
But we are talking about amore in the paper, and we're going to get to that here in just a second. Uh, what else we got in the paper? You wrote about the trolls, didn't you?
Yeah, the trolls are at the Memphis Botanic Garden. They're these giant trolls. They're really cool. When I went to go see them, I ran into Toby Sells, our reporter, with his two kids. And so that was fun, to be with kids, because I was like, I'm going to go by myself and just be here all alone. But it's fun to be with people to see them. Or I guess it could be from by yourself. I don't know.
But it's good for kids though. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's good for kids and for adults. I guess they are gonna have an adult only party. I think in later April or May. I don't know. Check the dates behind me. But so there will be an adult only thing. But
And you can check those dates in the Memphis Flyer.
Yeah, you can do that. It will be in the calendar.
Yeah.
But the trolls are made of like recycled material, and they've been like all around the world. There's some that are in like permanent locations. It's a really cool like initiative by this artist. His name is Thomas Dambo, and he's like wanting to like share the love of the earth and inspire people to live more sustainable lives. And that's what the Botanic Garden also wants to do. And they're partnering with like organizations in town like Clean Memphis, Protect Our Aquifer, and later they're gonna have a troll fest. And they're gonna be bringing in those organizations and like talking about the earth and like what we can do to save it. That's why the trolls are here to like tell us how to save the earth. That's why the exhibit is also called Trolls: Save the Earth, or
Right.
Save the Plant, the Humans. Save the humans. Sorry.
Save the human. Yeah, it's the old George Carlin line. The Earth is fine. We're fucked. But
Yeah.
but where's the artist from originally? Do you know?
I think Denmark.
That seems right to me.
Yeah,
It seems
somewhere in that little area.
Norway, Denmark, up there. They have a lot of trolls up there.
Yeah, where the trolls are from, he's from.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this because I really like that Alice in Wonderland thing that they had at the Botanic Gardens a couple of years ago. That was fun.
Yeah.
But, well, I got to, I can talk about two movies actually because I didn't get to talk one last week because we did the 20 under 30 last week. The two movies that I've seen recently are very, very different. One of them is that I wrote about for this week's paper is Becoming Led Zeppelin, and it is a documentary about the early days of Led Zeppelin. And then the other one is Companion, which I wrote about last week, which I loved.
Really?
Yes, I loved it. So the Becoming Led Zeppelin doc is good, I think, if you're like a Led Zeppelin fan, if you're into classic rock, or like the folks here in the recording studio where we are right now, you're into recorded music or whatever. If you're really serious about it, I think it's a good doc for people to watch. But I think if you're not really into Zeppelin or into classic rock or whatever in the first place, it's probably not for you. They only interviewed the guys in the band. Yeah, like you, for example.
Yeah.
I would not necessarily recommend you see Led Zeppelin. She gets to hear it from our... we have many co-workers who are obsessed with guitar rock and specifically Led Zeppelin. So she gets to hear that a lot. But I don't think that you would really dig it, in the big picture. But Companion, I think...
liked reading your piece.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Which you can read...
That's probably all I'll do.
Yeah. And that's fine. You absorbed what you needed to absorb from this.
Yeah. I learned some stuff.
I talked extensively about why critics hated Led Zeppelin back in the day. Yeah.
That's like, I thought everyone loved them.
Yeah.
Based on my coworkers.
Right, yeah, exactly. No, Rolling Stone had like a jihad against Led Zeppelin for years and years. And I talk a little bit about that in the piece as to like why exactly that happened, and nobody really knows except, Jan Weiner is very contrarian, boomer guy. But Companion though, Companion I love. So it is about like this group of friends gather at this guy's house, and he is like super rich, and so he's like having them all over for a big weekend. And we are following at first this one couple, and it's like they don't have a good relationship. He's very controlling, and she's very like meek and stuff. And I also remember at the beginning of it, she was like, when I was watching the movie, I was like, she's basically just doing Scarlett Johansson, which is fine, but whatever. And then as it goes on, and the actress's name is Sophie Thatcher, who has been in a couple other things, but she never really made an impression on me until now. And then it turns out that like their host tries to rape Sophie Thatcher, and she pulls out a knife and kills him. And it's also like she doesn't really know where she got the knife. It was just in her pocket. And she goes back like all covered in blood and tells everybody else like what happened. Like, Sebastian tried to rape me or whatever. And then her boyfriend turns her off because she's a robot. She is a companion robot. I know, it's the big reveal. And it seems like I'm going to reveal something when I say that. I was like, oh man, you've ruined the whole movie. But I haven't, because it's like one reveal after another. I was just really, I think, January and February is when the studios dump like stuff they don't know what to do with. Like they think it's probably going to fail, and they're just like, let's just get it out here. Maybe we can get a couple bucks back and not lose a whole lot of money. So as a longtime film critic, that's what I'm used to seeing in January and February. I'm like, it's like the doldrums, right? No, man, this was really tight. Great screenplay, great performances, all around. And it's like both a sort of a feminist work, and also like a science fiction story in the sort of tradition of Isaac Asimov, who always wrote about robots, sort of our current conception of what robots are and what they're supposed to do comes from Asimov stories.
Yeah.
And it was really tight. I think you would really dig that. You probably skipped a step, though. Yeah.
Is it like Megan, that other movie?
It is like Megan. I think it's better than Megan, though.
Really?
Which I really like Megan, too. That's another great
I like
one.
Megan, yeah. Mostly because my sister's name is Megan, and Megan's the bad guy, and I'm like, haha, Megan.
See, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
That's what I've been telling the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm the good twin. Y'all aren't twins, though, right?
No, she's 3 years younger.
Oh, well, see. Obviously, you're better.
Yeah. Thank you. Validation.
Right, yeah, I know. That's what we're here for. We're here to, Memphis Flyer, we're here to validate you. And speaking of validation and love, that's our cover story this week.
Yeah.
Our annual love issue that we do for Valentine's Day. I've written on it a lot, but I didn't do any of it this year. And y'all got to, well, tell the folks at home what you did.
Well, I got to interview Patricia and Anthony Lockhart. And Patricia, she sometimes freelances for us.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know that name.
The Memphis is My Boyfriend for our last word sometimes, you know. She's an assistant principal, and her tagline will say, by day she's an assistant principal, and by night she's asleep. Yeah. That's my favorite part ever that I get to read in paper. But they've known each other since high school, and they even competed against, or I guess ran against each other for class president. Oh. And she won, and they both say it was rigged. Because the principal at the time was kind of like, I think Patricia should do it. She's a little bit more business oriented and all that. No way, the girl being more responsible? Wow, that's... Who would have thunk it? That's a really unique situation. Yeah, but then they reconnected in college at U of M, and, they've been together ever since. They got engaged young at 19 and 20. And now they have 4 kids, and Patricia writes about them all the time in her paper. And they're a lovely couple. When you hear them talk, they're just their banter and their humor is oh, it's so cute. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. I'm talking to them on Saturday morning. It's a great way to open up my day. I was like, I hope y'all feel the same, because I just love listening to them talk about their love for each other, and you're hearing the kids in the background going, because they're so lovey-dovey, and it's so fun. And I have some quotes from the kids in there too, about them loving their humor also, and that they can make fun of them. And they're just talked about loving the person as they change and get older, because they've been together since they were 19 and 20, and there's a lot of growing up to do, and yeah, there sure is. So they're cute. Needless to say, I'm not with the same folks that I was with when I was 19 and 20. My friends that knew me back then are like,
how come you're the one with the long-term stable relationship? And I was like, I don't know. It was just luck, really.
Yeah, finding that right person.
Yeah, find the right person. It is just luck. Don't give up, I
Yeah.
think. No, actually, I think you kind of have to give up. You have to
know when to give up.
know when to give up on somebody, right? But also, like, I feel like when if you're looking for somebody, like, you're better off, like, working on yourself and and strengthening your own personality and like becoming more confident, then you will attract people, I think. But if you go out looking and like, I don't know, this is also once again why I had a really very tumultuous dating life for a long time, and until I met LJ, and then she met me too. So we were both in the same boat. I thought that was cool that we were both, just one failed relationship after another, and then like, okay, well, maybe we've learned our lesson this time.
Yeah.
But we've been together for a long time. We almost did us. We almost did.
Next year.
Yeah, next year we'll do. So it's a preview of next year. What we'll do, or maybe not. Who knows?
I think next year we should.
Okay, we should. Well, so happy Valentine's Day, y'all. It's been the Memphis Flyer podcast. Do you have anything to add?
No, just there are more love stories in the paper by Michael Donahue and Toby Sells, and yeah.
Do we have a theme this year?
No, just
besides love?
Just love stories.
I really do love this issue because I really do love reading these. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting soft in my old age, but I really do love reading these love stories. I think it's really beautiful and inspiring, especially these days when there's so much things in the news that are not beautiful and inspiring. Well, anyways, we will see you next week on the Memphis Flyer podcast.
Yeah. Bye.